Hey, Mom.
Yeah?
What's the time you were alone?
The time I was alone. What do you mean?
You know that time that I asked you if you were alone and you told me the story.
Oh, you mean the question you asked me was when was the first time I
Oh, when was
ever
the first time you were alone?
was alone? And I had to think about that. And what came up for me was when I was a toddler. I don't even know if I was 1 years old yet, or two. No, I was probably over 1 years old. I
You
was
said
walking.
1971.
Yeah, something like that. So I was close to 2 years old. It was Easter Sunday. It was still dark. The day hadn't dawned yet. And up at my grandparents' up in Colfax, California, my dad's parents, Bess and Ron Fawcett, and my parents were Janet and Jeffrey Fawcett. And we were there, and I was in my playpen, and at some point before the crack of dawn on Easter morning, I climbed out of my playpen and I decided to go for a walk. I went out of the house. I walked up the road. There was a neighbor, the Parsons, that lived maybe, I don't know, a couple 100 yards away. And it must have taken me a long time to walk up there. So I walked up to their house, and I remember that the sun was barely just rising. And I remember seeing this house and walking up on the steps and knocking on the door, and they answered, and they were very surprised to see me. And meanwhile, back at the house, everybody was losing their minds because I had disappeared. And I wasn't bothered. I wasn't worried. And the neighbors were really nice, and they called my grandparents. They were surprised. They called my grandparents, and I guess they came and picked me up. But that's the memory that came up for me.
And how did that make you feel to walk on your own?
It felt natural. It felt perfectly natural.
That's good.
And I've always felt that way. I've always felt that I'm good with myself, and I'm on my journey, and I'm gonna be okay.
Did you enjoy the mumbo jumbo that I talked to how I talk to myself sometimes?
The mumbo jumbo.
Like, do you ever talk to yourself?
Oh, in my head, and well, probably.
Or to
out
people
loud.
you think that like they might be paying attention or not? You sure?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody does that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hear my coworkers talking to themselves when they're, trying to sort something out.
My counselor up at down in Lompoc said that I was talking very lucid, and I was laughing like every day, like all day, and then I could smell weed. Anyway, thanks for talking to Laurel, everybody.